Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching episodes 1 and 2 of season 3 of Better Call Saul. What'd you think of the last season?
So good.
Yes.
We went into great depth
Yes.
at the end of last episode. We just finished it probably like 20 minutes ago at this point.
Right.
So I am just very excited to get into the next season.
Yeah, the big cliffhanger. What is Chuck going to do with this recording?
Yep.
Don't know if that's going to play out episode 1 or if it will be episode 10 of season 3. But regardless, super excited.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on our Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the episodes. Oh, starting the season with Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
So black and white is the future, blue is the past.
Yeah. Technically the present. Black and white is technically the present.
So much sugar. This is sad. Ooh, you stealing? What is Gene, the Cinnabon manager, gonna do? I mean, he can't handle any heat.
You see a guy in a corduroy coat go by? Young guy, dark hair, corduroy coat.
Oh, called him out?
Wow.
Want to come on out here? Go ahead and open your jacket for me.
Ooh.
Put your hands on your head, please.
What were you even taking? A couple of video games or something?
Yeah.
Nice job.
Oh.
Say nothing, you understand? Get a lawyer!
What are you doing, Gene?
Asshole.
Oh, the two sides.
Yeah.
Do I snitch? Do I help? Uh-oh. Are we breaking? Oh. That's not good.
Right? Yeah.
For someone who can't call attention to himself, passing out in a shop, now he's going to get taken into a hospital probably. People are going to start poking at who he is, his name.
And it feels very Chuck.
It feels very Chuck-like.
You do realize you just confessed to a felony?
Yes. Besides, it's your word against mine.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Coming back. Yeah, well, whatever it was, he's over it now, all right? And by the way, you're welcome.
Howard's absolutely gonna find out.
Are we going back in? It's just right there. The evidence is right behind him.
I don't need your help. I don't recall ever asking for it.
Sorry, okay?
Gently, gently, left and right.
The Adventures of Mabel. And Mom read it to me.
I read it to you. You don't remember.
What was I, like 5 or 6?
You had this weird night light.
It was Daffy Duck.
It was some Daffy Duck ripoff with this weird red
Mom,
bell.
you got a great memory, Chuck. What was the name of that little girl that lived 3 houses up from us?
Don't think I'll ever forget what happened here today.
Yeah, I mean, it's on record.
And just let him have a moment of brotherly.
Love.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies. Jimmy McGill.
Hey, Jimmy, we are almost done. I'll be with you in a minute.
Man, did she make it through like all those people that were in the waiting room?
I think so.
Okay, ladies.
And Mrs. Ahern, if you or Margaret ever need anything.
This is Mrs. Schmasko and her daughter, Jen.
Oh. Jimmy. Supposed to be the expert with old people.
So how's Chuck?
Crisis averted.
Want to talk about it?
It may or may not involve that thing you said you never ever wanted to discuss.
Okay.
How about we call it a day, Al?
She didn't even get to work on her stuff.
Yeah.
I've got 8 entire wills to finish up. They're my clients. You and I aren't partners, remember? We can't just reassign them to you.
Oh, come on. Why are you getting all, like, legal on me?
Legal.
Jesus, like, I need more on my plate. Are you mad?
I'm not mad. I'm just, thinking about things. For 10 minutes today, Chuck didn't hate me. I forgot what that felt like.
Wow.
The thing he's wanted most was his brother's approval.
You do realize you just confessed to a felony?
Yes, but you feel better, right?
Your brother is one world-class son of a bitch. I really wish you'd told me about these plans of yours
Right.
before you went out and did it.
It's just that a certain verite had to be established.
Oh, a little colorful.
This tape. I'm not sure exactly what it accomplishes. You're gonna have a hell of a time getting that admitted. Are you thinking about playing this for Kevin Wachtel at Mesa Verde? That ship has sailed. We're never getting them back. What's the point? Because I can't think of a single use for it.
He wanted you to know.
I can.
Yeah, what does Chuck want to do? That's what I was thinking. Like, this tape is really not some smoking gun.
Yeah.
But in Chuck, in his eyes, it's got to be used for something. Man, multiple events from season 2 picking up right where they left off.
Get out of there.
Yeah, right? Just go home. Oh! Don't crash or anything. Oh, looking for like a bomb or something?
Tracker, maybe?
So, if Nacho was smart enough to set this up to tell him don't, I assume Nacho was standing in that spot specifically also. Remember how it just seems so convenient, Nacho, to be right in front of Hector? He's taking a gamble that Mike wouldn't shoot Hector through him. Damn, are we getting rid of the car? Or no, just checking underneath?
No, I feel like he's just paranoid there's something on the car. Unless he's wondering how he knew he was there?
Damn, really checking everything. Wow.
Hey, mister. We're closing in 15 minutes.
I think it really was just a warning.
What about your vehicle?
Keep it.
He left such a mess.
What do you do with that gun?
Right?
Have one more idea or no? I thought I already checked the fuel cap.
Well, he just threw it out.
I assume he found something. We still have the...
Matt?
Yeah. So how long have they been tracking both his cars?
What a shot.
Yeah. Just put it back. Pretend like everything's all normal. Just this game of chess between Mike and the cartel or Mike and Nacho.
I only hope I didn't take too much of your time with all my dusty old photos.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
I just had a thought. Do you think Chuck would run a commercial using that audio?
Who do we have next? That'd be me.
Uh-oh.
Hello, hello. It's so good to see you again.
You see the commercial?
I treated you with hospitality and respect. And your so-called war hero, no such person, never was. You entered government property under false pretenses, sir.
Who was hurt, huh?
Oh, this is all just one big joke to you. You lied to my face, and I can't let you get away with it. You're gonna take that ad off the air. And if you play that ad one more time, I'm gonna go to the judge advocate.
Damn.
Make me.
Whoa.
Yeah?
Bring your commander down here and I'll explain to him how you let us on the base.
Because you're all the same. You're the same as all.
Always on a high horse, always trying to make me feel like I'm...
This is not Chuck.
How about this? I won't fly jet planes. You stay out of court. Does that sound good?
You think you're so damn smart. And you think you don't have to play straight with anybody. The wheel is gonna turn. It always does.
This was like the most honest confrontation. And you had a feeling that like you didn't like that Jimmy kind of messed with those guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Ooh. That hit home harder than some of Chuck's conversations.
Yeah.
So it's a transmitter. Do they have to come periodically grab it? Or do they just need to get close enough to like pull the data off of it? I don't know how far it transmits.
Oh. I just assumed they could just...
Clock it from wherever?
Yeah. I
remember when Walter was like putting trackers on people's cars. He had to go like collect it, I think, to download the information.
I'm gonna leave it here. Where's he going?
Meeting with Nacho? Oh.
3:30 in the morning? Seriously?
You get me that?
I know someone who can get it.
How much?
Look like Radio Shack? Be about 500. Seeing that this is an after-hours house call, it's make it $1,000. Hey, how's the pup? Doing okay?
He's a vet at heart.
Let's try to make business happen during business hours.
So is that what he wrote down the transmitter serial number?
Yeah.
The model number on? Okay, so he wants one of his own.
Yeah, either one of his own or be able to pull data somehow. Do we have the right address?
Did you get the rehearing moved up?
Yeah, the soonest I could get is the 4th.
You moved it up almost 3 weeks.
Nice, Kim, cut it in half.
I knew you were the right one for this.
Well,
You should have heard how that arrogant jerk spoke to me at the hearing. He accuses me of muddying the waters.
He is an arrogant jerk.
Guys like that, when crunch time comes, it's always someone else's fault. Thank you for cleaning up that mess McGill left behind.
actually, would you mind if I messenger that over tomorrow morning? First thing.
Sure.
What are you doing, Kim? No, what all this Chuck talk do? Or is she just like too stressed out now? Now she's paranoid she's gonna make a mistake. Yeah, what are we doing? Period, comma, semicolon.
How's it coming in there?
Good.
Don't mean to rush you.
No, it's okay.
Kim, relax.
I'm done.
I don't know if that's right or not. I barely can talk.
You know, your clients seem to like that rainbow.
Wait till they see what's going up next. They're gonna love it.
Should I be worried?
Nope.
Did you guys get a receptionist yet? She's just like stuck in fear.
Sorry, I just need to check one thing. It'll be 2 minutes, tops.
At least she's not going to be able to proceed this way.
No, she's got to just trust herself. You were the right person for this all along. Yeah, open that paint back up.
Did you get the,
Yeah, I got them. I wrapped them up, you know, for safety.
That's very thoughtful of you, but I need them now, so.
Batteries? Yep. Why didn't you just have him do it?
Was it the recorder?
Probably.
Ernesto, could you come in here, please?
I wonder if Ernesto's going to let Jimmy know he's working on a tape. It's an interesting way to do it. Just
1261 to 1216. It all went.
Turn it off!
Exactly.
You did not hear that!
Oh, he didn't hear it?
Are you joking?
Yeah, obviously he heard it. Chuck's just an asshole.
You know about confidentiality, right? You understand what I'm saying?
So I'm not supposed to tell anyone?
That's right. There could be terrible consequences.
Really?
And we don't want you to get into trouble.
Oh.
Okay. Enough said.
Enough threats laid on him? You wouldn't want to have an accident, right?
I mean, Ernesto could just quit. Okay, so it was more about the manual than the equipment.
Yeah.
Mike gets the coolest music. See how precise, I guess?
Yeah, he just needs to learn how it works. Low battery, so they would have to come swap it at some point.
So how quickly it can go on and off when you switch out the battery. So he has a couple seconds to switch it out before there's no signal.
I have a feeling he might just take the battery out to draw someone in to come change it. So they think they have to come change it.
I assumed the same, but I assumed they would want it, he would want it to say low battery. This is the new one, right?
As for Tuesday, high temperatures will be in the mid-60s with 5 to 10 mile per hour winds.
Draining the battery?
So did it just say low battery and then no battery? I don't remember specifically.
No signal.
No signal?
I think.
Because I'm like, why can't you just take the battery out? But obviously there's what they just showed us. He needs to drain it, not remove it.
And I think he put the replacement outside just in case someone does come.
And check or something in the meantime?
Yeah, in the meantime. All right, so it should be low or dead.
We have no idea what we're doing. We've come up with like 7 different things.
Because the replacement tracker isn't going to work for them, right? Or can that thing use any tracker?
I have no idea. he did so many different things there. We're just too dumb to figure out exactly what. So he took the old one, drained it all the way, and then just removed it and chucked the whole thing in the trash. But he's got the new one with a fresh battery that he can track in his car.
Maybe they're not going to replace the battery. Maybe they're going to replace the entire tracker. So then he can actually track them because they're going to take that battery.
Yeah.
I mean, the tracker.
So many scenes of time passing this episode. Also, Mike just doesn't sleep. Not very, like, discreet or anything.
It's very quick.
Interesting. So it's not even necessarily like a GPS.
Just proximity.
Yeah, so they took the tracker.
Yeah.
Making sure no Jimmy's getting in. No way. Is Jimmy inside?
Is someone coming in the chimney? Oh. What's that?
Yeah. Okay, well, he's not startled by his presence.
Why do the cards have holes in them?
Once the casino pulls a deck of cards out of action, they drill a hole through them and sell them to the public.
Really? Okay, so is this all a setup to get Jimmy to break in, and then you get Jimmy in trouble for breaking in?
You sure I can't make you a cup of tea?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
You know, dangle that evidence in front of Ernesto. Obviously, Ernesto's going to go tell Jimmy. Jimmy's going to try to break in. Chuck catches him.
Yeah, did he lock the doors or unlock the doors?
I think he locked them. You would probably need them locked for Jimmy to break the lock to get in.
Yeah.
And then you get him for trespassing, and then I assume that's the evidence you need to get him disbarred. Because I feel like we're getting tricked by Chuck now, but like I'm not anticipating it. Like we saw Chuck do that scam on Jimmy at the end of the season. Now he just laid the groundwork for another one.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an accident that Ernesto saw it, you know?
Yeah, but it feels like not much is an accident when it comes to Chuck.
Chuck versus Jimmy.
He's just like very deliberate in what he's doing.
Hey, you take care of that battery?
Swapped it out a couple hours ago.
Anyone see you?
Nah, that over there.
All right. Stay awake.
Yeah, so they're just swapping
the whole piece.
Yeah, the caps just real quick. It makes sense. It would take too long to sit there, pry it open, take out the battery. Yeah, now where does it go? Because these guys are just hired guys.
Yeah.
They don't really look like cartel folk.
They're not important. Losing him.
Was that 3,000 meters? Oh. Damn, did he just chuck it?
Guess if they think it's dead, he's just gets rid of it.
Look up. Uh-oh. Underneath you. I was joking about the look up. Obviously, they don't have a blimp up there.
Pick up?
Yeah.
Gonna see their roots.
It's a cool shot. It's like when it makes it look like it's toys. It's a cool shot. How many freaking pickups does this guy make?
Does he take like a huge running start to get back up there? What is Mike gonna do with this?
I so badly wanted that to like tilt up and it be Pollos Hermanos. Okay, the exchange has been made.
Oof.
So it stayed there, right?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Are we gonna get... Yes! No fucking way.
Already?
I semi-called that.
But I, like, in my head, I was thinking that.
Should have said it out loud.
I know, but I didn't. So I'll give you that.
How come New Mexico doesn't call it the DMV like every other state?
Yeah, that's the government for you.
You got that right. DMV all the way. What about old folks? You ever yell at them? I mean, geezers, right? How can you not? That was a trick question. You passed with flying colors. Very good.
Okay. Why leave the DMV or MVD?
I guess what you call it, too much red tape. I just want to be somewhere I can make a difference.
Both Word and Excel you're comfortable with?
Absolutely.
Excel and Word? Wow.
Jimmy, what's the rush?
Yeah.
Can you start today?
Yes.
Fantastic.
No, can you just give us a second?
Damn, do you want to be working for
this?
Yeah.
Don't you think we should see some more resumes? Like a lot more? We haven't even checked her references.
So we'll check them. She's more than adequate. She worked at the DMV. That's like the 5th circle of hell. I've got a commercial airing in 11 minutes, so the phones are going to be ringing off the hook.
That's why.
I got a good feeling about this. Come on, Kim. They need to hear a friendly voice.
Friendly, absolutely.
Coffee or water, you need to hit the head before things... Oh, there it goes.
Hello, wrong.
Jimmy McGill from the commercial. Would you like to come in for a consultation?
Folksy, be folksy.
Say, is that a dog I'm hearing? Oh, what's her name? Great, you let Margaret play inside. I was thinking of going over to Cracker Barrel because they've got such great air conditioning. Well, yes, I love their biscuits too.
Jimmy knows what he's doing.
This Friday is open. Jimmy has a 9 o'clock free. Will that work? Okay, Dorothy. Look forward to seeing you. You betcha. I am so sorry. Thank you for holding. How may I help you? You sound like you're outdoors. Are you staying out of the sun? It's a hot one today.
I was thinking about...
If you'd like to leave a message, Mr. Ermin Trout.
Oh.
I hear Cracker Barrel has excellent air... This one really don't want to talk about Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, patch that one through.
She did excellent.
She did good.
On the fly.
Your new assistant's a real pip.
Yeah, thanks for crushing her spirit on the first day.
You drive safe.
Okay, new car.
You free for breakfast tomorrow?
Breakfast at Los Pollos Hermanos.
You're gonna go inside, buy a cup of coffee, a meal, whatever, and sit in a booth. I need you to keep an eye on the knapsack. Let me know what he does with it.
Yeah, what's in the bag? It's got to be money. Is it drugs? Something else?
You gonna do the job or not?
Where are you, Gus?
I'll do the job.
Can't wait to see Gus again.
So what actually tipped me off was I thought I saw Gus's car outside the first time.
Really? I don't even remember Gus's car.
It's like, I forget what those cars are called. They're like long.
Station wagon?
Yeah.
I just saw like the red, I think, on the outside, right?
Here you go, sir. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Jimmy, don't look so suspicious. Okay.
Really? Jimmy. God damn.
Oh, what are you doing?
What sugar is he gonna put in this coffee?
As many as it takes. Did he just drop it in?
Oh.
Dude, Jimmy, you're typically a little bit more composed.
Don't drink that. I mean, my best guess is he just leaves it there.
No, when he left, he had it with him still. The first time he left?
Did he?
Yeah. Oh my god, this is such a slow, crazy reveal. It's like when you're like waiting for like an Avenger to show up or something. The swap already happened when he was sweeping? Or does he dump it in the trash and then Gus collects the trash? Whatever it was smooth.
Yeah. If you leave it on the floor?
Are you gonna check underneath? This is way too out in the open. You have your head in the whole fucking thing, Jimmy.
Can I help you?
My watch, class falls. I tried to reach it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Allow me.
It's Gus!
Ah, there it is. May I clean this for you? We have alcohol wipes.
That was very nice of you.
No problem. It's my pleasure. You take care.
He came in like you said he would. Took his tray of food, sat in a booth on the east side of the restaurant, and put the knapsack on the floor. Nobody touched it. I literally checked the trash can. There was nothing in there but trash.
It was either, it had to have been when he was sweeping up.
So quick.
I think we're done for today.
That's it?
That's it.
I mean, he's leaving out
I cleared my morning. Tail him to a new location.
Jimmy just...
we gotta sit on him at least.
He didn't mention Gus at all.
No, the sweeping, coming around sweeping.
Who's got your back, huh? Me.
I thought you were coming to say the sweeping thing.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I saw him come out earlier. So scary. There's freaking every car that comes in.
That one, the long one at the back. I thought that was Gus's car.
Oh, I still don't know which one you were pointing at.
It's like navy blue, black.
That was a little speedy.
Blue.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Well, they just picked up whatever they needed, I assume. Oh, yeah. That's the guy who works for Gus until Gus slits his throat or something.
Now the target's moving.
I think Gus
knows.
Yeah, he obviously knows, and he's sending Mike to follow.
Yeah, wild goose chase.
Oh, yeah, this is their dentist place.
Yeah, he's going to see him.
Welcome, folks.
Busy for everyone.
Hey, Ernie, what's up? Can't you just come inside?
Wrangling Kim into this.
I didn't want to call you because then we'll leave a phone record.
But you just called me.
Oh. Guess I screwed up already.
Aw.
I have some information, but I don't want to get in trouble. If I tell you what I heard and not Jimmy directly, like we have a buffer, then legally I'm safe?
What the hell are you talking about?
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Jimmy, can I have a moment?
Gosh, have you guys had the soup over at Cracker Barrel today?
Give me $1.
Give you $1.
Yeah, just hand me $1. Come on.
She's going to represent him.
I'm your lawyer now. What did you say to Chuck?
He thought his brain wasn't working because of the Mesa Verde, so I kind of told him that he was right. It's my word against his.
Jimmy, there's a tape. Ernie was putting new batteries in it for Chuck, and the tape rolled for a few seconds, and he heard you. Clearly, it was this confession of yours.
Damn.
He taped me.
Yes, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's more hurt just that his brother taped him.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what he can do with it. Legally, anyway.
Which is what Howard said.
He made that tape for a reason, and we just have to figure out why.
I gotta get back to it.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah,
All right, now you drive safe.
Oh, I do.
Good. Jimmy, Chuck tricked you
Was
once.
that the last one, or we got any stragglers coming through?
Last one.
You were great today.
You too. Those folks love you.
Who doesn't?
Your brother.
You were a tremendous help, Professor. Thanks for finding the time. You too. Thanks again.
Some help.
Yeah. I wish Kim was just able to focus on Mesa Verde.
New Mexico is one-party consent, so Chuck had a right to make the recording. But you went to him worried for his mental health. We can poke holes in the custody, throw doubt the voice on the tape is even yours.
Everything Howard said.
It doesn't outweigh how prejudicial it is. I think we can get the whole thing bounced
the
under
Chuck
403.
technique.
Outside the courts, what can you do? Play the tape for Kevin at Mesa Verde? I don't think Howard will let him near Mesa Verde with that tape. Howard knows it would make HHM look terrible.
Him and Howard are on the same wavelength.
Yep.
If Chuck has a plan for this tape, I don't know what it is. All we can do is wait for his move, then act accordingly.
All right, then. Thanks.
Jimmy's not going to wait. He's going to go break in right into Chuck's hand.
What do you think? Doesn't look like a stock market crash?
No, it doesn't look like a stock market crash.
I actually thought it.
Looked like a stock going down?
Yeah. When he asked how if the lines were straight.
You okay?
Kim, I'm good.
Stop letting it eat you up.
Oh.
Fuck. Jimmy, be smarter. You know he tricked you once.
Mike, I feel like you're out in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
What's over the hill? Oh, dang. Oh, fuck. I'd be afraid of getting shot.
Yeah, I mean, they were clearly still watching him if they knew when to call.
This is all very secretive for Howard. Jump! Get that suit dirty.
How many walls is he jumping?
Yeah, what is he doing? Is he the one who's gonna break into Chuck's? Well, I don't think he's gonna break in knocking on the back door.
Phone. Keys. Hey, you have to hide them.
Does he want Chuck to witness Jimmy breaking in? I mean, Howard?
This has been going on for 8 days now, and really, no indication that it's going to work.
It will work.
The cost of these private investigators really starting to add up.
Howard, this is our duty. We can't just sit back and do nothing.
I just want to free up our minds.
Do something else.
I suppose we could limit the investigators to just nighttime hours. Jimmy will most likely break in while he thinks I'm sleeping.
You really think he's going to do that?
I do.
Oh, he's
indeed.
coming right now. Right? You heard the car?
Yeah.
He's just gonna kick the front door down.
Doesn't have to break in, he's knocking.
Jimmy! You take me? You pulled that heartstrings con job on me? Bree used to work, I'm sick, I don't know what to do! Asshole! No wonder Rebecca left you!
Oh!
Here we go! Here we go! Oh. Is this it? Is this it? Huh?
Assuming that is not it.
Is that all there is, Chuck? How'd you make copies, huh, Chuck? Or I'll burn this whole goddamn house to the ground!
Jimmy, you need to step away.
You were a witness to what happened here?
I was.
And you?
I'm a witness.
He tricked you. Again. Little slippin' Chuck. Fuck. I just want to watch more.
Right?
All right. That was episode 1 and 2 of Better Call Saul season 3. What'd you think?
Incredible start.
We are filming this like a week after we watched the episodes. We just couldn't have time.
Yeah, and I didn't feel good.
Yeah, so we had to take a little bit of a break. So we're going to start with episode 1 because there's just so much information. We don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
But like every season so far, it starts with Cinnabon.
Yes, yep, Cinnabon. We already know like the middle. This is the beginning, the show is the beginning. We know the middle, and then he ends up at Cinnabon.
Right.
So kind of seeing the like stark shift from past Jimmy to now Saul in the present
Right.
is crazy. And I feel like that in that moment of, I don't know if it was the police or if it was like mall security.
It might have been both, like one mall security and one cop, I think.
Yeah, with that kid. And, you know, he does the right thing. He points the kid out legally, but Jimmy comes back out and he's like, call a lawyer, like talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, don't talk to these cops.
Yeah, the cops were not happy about that.
It's just hard because he obviously is in a situation where he has to like lay low.
Yeah.
Like there was that one time where he got stuck in the trash can area and he couldn't open the door because cops would come.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it always plays into that fact that like sometimes Jimmy just can't help himself. A lot of the times Jimmy can't help himself.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he should have just stayed quiet. No, he can't. For both occasions, he should have just said nothing.
Yeah.
But he still was like, ratted him out. And then he felt bad about that. Or he just, that like you said, the natural Jimmy came out.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, it's just like thinking of how Breaking Bad set up storylines. I'm just like, what is going to happen with this Cinnabon thing? What's going to happen in season 6?
For me, I don't know. I kind of feel like, I mean, no, that's dumb to think. But I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking that that's just Saul's life now.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to get any type of resolution, which that is the part that to me feels like maybe dumb to think that they're not going to wrap it up for his storyline. But maybe they don't. Like, maybe this is just the monotony of his like crime life led to.
Yeah.
And we're getting all of these clips of his day to day, and that's just what he's still doing.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him go home, but I mean, maybe in season 6 he gets a promotion and then
he's already the manager, I think.
I know, he probably can't go any higher without extra exposure. But yeah, maybe he just closes up and goes home and that's it. And he just works at Cinnabon, manager at Cinnabon for the rest of his life.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to tie up, but just interesting to kind of see those moments. I think it's really clever for them to keep throwing that in for us.
Yeah. I don't know about season 2, like if it picked up immediately. I don't think so. But at least for season 3, like we picked up immediately from those moments from season 2 with the whole confession by Jimmy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting maybe the aftermath of it. But we're right in it.
Right in it. Story about the book. Forgot what book. But Jimmy's like memory of like, oh, mom and dad or something like that used to read this to me. Chuck was like, nope, that was me.
Yeah.
So always interesting to kind of feel like the tension between them and the history between them. And it feels like at one point Chuck really was like a great big brother. And then just along the way, he just increasingly the amount of things that Jimmy did increase the hatred to end up where we are now, which is Chuck recording him and getting that confession is huge.
And then we have Chuck tricking Ernie, which there's a lot of things that we don't like that Chuck does, but I really don't like that he like roped Ernie into that situation, knowing how close Jimmy and Ernie are. Like they have a friendship already.
Yeah.
It felt like slimy to have him be using Ernie in that situation.
Yeah, because I mean, it was in episode 10, I guess, of last season. This whole setup was using Howard. And even Howard, I believe, I'm getting all my episodes mixed up, but at least I know there was a point when Howard was like, I wish you would have told me. That was a real shitty day I had.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show like Chuck can play these little games and set things in motion and lay a trap for people to fall into. He is very capable of doing the exact same things that Jimmy does. Technically, Chuck is not doing them in an illegal way, but he's using people, like you said, like Ernie, like Howard. He's scheming. He's a schemer. He just keeps it a little bit cleaner, but it's still dirty.
Apple doesn't fall far for either of them, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just the difference of doing things legally, doing things properly versus not, but it's a lot of the same things.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, and I'm pretty sure that caught me off guard. Like the first trap with the recording, once that was over, it was like, damn, Chuck was acting. That was all a setup. We were kind of caught off guard with that. And then the second one, the starts with the Ernie with the, accidentally the batteries and stuff. The way he lures kind of Jimmy into the house with having the private investigators and Howard
there, yeah.
Like I was still caught off again. Like the show showed me that Chuck can scheme just as well as Jimmy. And then not much later than a few hours, it seems like he already lays another trap. And that one still got me.
Yeah, I think we definitely have or had higher expectations for Chuck of what he was willing to do. And I mean higher expectations as in not schemy.
Right.
But he is showing that he can do it just as well as Jimmy can. And for his own motives and whatever, if he's doing it, he's following the law to do it, but I think they mentioned it's like a one-party state, all of those types of things.
Right, for the recording and stuff.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't expecting Chuck to get like down and dirty as much as Jimmy does.
Yeah, and I think we talked about a little bit that, that tape, it didn't feel like it was super damning.
Yeah.
Because like Jimmy can just kind of lie. And it got to the point where it came out and Kim kind of got the information from Ernie, which was part of the trap from Chuck.
Right.
But even Kim was like not 100% sure what he's going to do with this tape. Like, we got to figure this out. We got to play it smart. Unfortunately, Jimmy was just like, must break in.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Jimmy, he still just loves Chuck so much. So for him, like, that's very personal and he's like more hurt by it versus the dynamics of everyone else in the show.
Yeah.
Dealing with Chuck versus Jimmy, because Jimmy is his brother.
Yeah, it was coming from a how could you do this to me? You're my brother type of situation, not like a, okay, how can he use this in a strategic war? Because us as viewers got tricked by Chuck multiple times. Jimmy is the exact same way. He got tricked by Chuck with the recording. He learned about that. He should have known, okay, Chuck is playing games.
Right.
And instead of taking it slow, he went straight into another trap.
Right.
So,
yeah. So that was difficult to watch. And I think, I mean, even Howard in that situation seems fed up.
Yeah. Howard was talking about, like, we are spending so much time and money on this Jimmy thing. And Chuck is still like, oh no, it's about honor and the law and it's our duty and stuff. And Howard was like, yeah, sure, we could still do this a different way. But we still had a kind of an idea about that Howard might be on the side of like, Chuck, drop it, let it go. And it felt like it almost got there at that moment, but then Jimmy kind of breaks in and, you know, changes the whole story. But
yeah, so that situation is that.
Yeah, because that's the end of season 2, I think. Episode 2, sorry.
Episode 1.
Is it the end of episode 1?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Okay. Right.
Like, it felt like, oh, this is bad at the end of season 2. Now, at the end of episode 2 of season 3, it's like, okay, now we have like a legal, very bad problem. I assume it's just the breaking and entering or physical assault.
I feel like Chuck's going to go hard. So anything that he could find in those situations of what happened.
And it probably doesn't take much to get disbarred.
Yeah.
Which is like, is that all Chuck is trying to do? Is get him disbarred? Or does Chuck want to see even more punishments beyond that?
I feel like no. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that I don't think he does. I think he really just wants him to be disbarred. And I think we discussed, I believe we discussed it on camera. I don't think it was off camera. Thinking like, oh, this is where Saul Goodman comes from, is potentially getting his
disbarred and having to change like a different identity to get his degree
or to take the bar again.
Right. Yeah, we had that theory at some point.
Yeah, I think that was on camera. We try not to talk about the show off camera.
Right.
In general.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely discussed that, but I think we quickly shut it down because it's like he's still in Albuquerque.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, I don't know. We'll leave that door open. And if it's like, oh, that was correct, then we'll take full credit. But yeah, so that was obviously like the big situation between episode 1 and 2.
For Chuck.
Yeah, for Chuck and for Jimmy laying this trap, falling into the trap. Now what the hell is going to happen with all of this? And then the other scene that picked up right away was Mike. Because we're filming the outro discussion so much later than when we actually watched the episodes, just the timeline of things, we watched these 2 episodes and then I started editing the previous 2 episodes. And as I was editing those episodes, plus the information that we saw from these 2 episodes, I don't know why we thought it was Nacho.
Yeah.
Well, I do know why, but it's so clear now. It's so painstakingly obvious that it was Gus the entire time. And also, when we said it was Nacho, we didn't literally mean that.
We didn't mean that actually Nacho went to the car. Like, Nacho was behind the branch in the car.
Yeah, we've seen Nacho with crew members behind him.
Yeah.
Especially when Nacho was doing shady stuff outside of the normal business.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why it's very logical for me to think that, okay, he has crew members that will already do things outside of normal business etiquette. So he gave the order to one of his guys to do that while Nacho stood there. So the comments were hilarious that people thought Nacho was like
a trained iguana.
yeah. He had a trained iguana, or that he could teleport, or that he is as fast as like the Flash.
Yeah,
or
we
Sonic.
were getting shit all over, but we did think it was Nacho's idea.
Yes, we thought it was Nacho's idea.
Yeah.
Carried out by one of his guys.
Yeah.
Watching episode 1 and 2, and then editing episodes 9 and 10 of last season. Yeah, Gus. Obviously, Gus.
Yeah, and I mean, we got Gus back. I feel like
the craziest thing.
Huge. I mean, I want to take full credit that I 100% recognized his station wagon. That black or navy station wagon that he has. I even had to like Google it afterwards because I was like, am I crazy? Is this his car? It is 100% his car. And I'm proud of myself. I'm kind of bummed I didn't say it out loud sooner.
Yeah, well, you said it at some point in the reaction.
I did, but not the moment that I saw. The moment that I saw the car, it like clicked for me and I didn't verbalize it.
For me, it was the scene he's like walking into the building and we're not seeing what the building is.
Yeah.
So my mind is already going to, okay,
where are we?
Mm-hmm. And what's the reveal going to be? Like, we're not just going to see just windows.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, the reveal must be something because it's being kept from us as a viewer.
Yeah.
And then there was like red painting around the windows.
Yeah.
And then red, I'm like, building, red, drugs. Wow, Los Pollos Hermanos. And then I think after the fact, or like maybe 5 seconds before the reveal, I was like, oh, I really thought that they were going to reveal that it was Los Pollos Hermanos. And then it shows the sign. So both of us, you noticed the car. That was what was tracking in your head.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the way that the show was structured plus the red paint.
Yeah.
So both of us got it before the reveal. But I feel like in the edit, it's going to look not as impressive.
We look like we're full of shit right now, but I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. But huge that Gus is back. I am so excited. I feel like Gus is one of the most incredible characters in this universe. Just everything about him is so interesting, and like OCD, I guess, that he has, like little things that he does just make him so interesting. And then he's also just so cutthroat.
Yes.
At the same time. So just to have him back in this universe now for us to watch, I am so excited.
So excited. I mean, he's such an amazing character. We talked about it, I think, when we started Better Call Saul, that when you're watching Breaking Bad, you just feel that Saul is like a very important, big character.
Yeah.
But in the reality, he has very little screen time in Breaking Bad. It's the same for Gus.
Yes.
You think Gus is like the person.
Yeah.
That like the villain, the enemy or whatever. No, he's in shockingly like little amounts of the show.
I know. I feel like we need to find that little thing that we saw about the hours.
I think Gus and Jimmy, out of like all of your pretty
like
big characters,
yeah,
I think they were both near the bottom.
Yeah, which is so wild. So, but I am so excited to see him in this and just to find out exactly what happens. Obviously, we know that Mike is going to begin working for Gus, but how are we going to get there?
And how long has Gus been
watching
Mike?
Yeah, so that takes us to the whole tracker situation. That was probably, I feel like, one of the most unhinged that we've seen Mike. He always seems like very composed, very put together. He's obviously very capable. So to see him sitting there taking that car apart was shocking just for Mike's character, that he was so frazzled and kind of freaked out in that moment that he had to do that.
It's like a good moment and also a bad moment, because it's like, yeah, he's stripping apart this car piece by piece and it seems like it's getting to him a little bit, but he's right. And it's like,
yeah,
that's why he's so like different, but not really different, but I can't think of the correct word I'm trying to say, but he was right and he knew he was right.
Yeah.
He just needed to get it and he got it. And like, that's so impressive, because how many people would have just stopped or not even thought about that? Like, he did not let that go until he got it correct.
Yes, and I love that they had it in a piece of the car that was so easy to just change out.
Yeah.
They didn't have to, actually take it apart to change just the tracker. It was just easy, simple, screw it back in on the gas cap.
Yeah.
And watching Mike's brain work and how he was able to run down the battery on that, like read all the manuals on it. He knew exactly what was going to happen and that they were going to have to come, and to have him sitting in the dark watching them come and everything, and tracking it on there and having to get out there and watch all of these pickups because he physically, like, he has to be within a certain range on it. All of that stuff was just so cool to see. And I feel like that is just so Mike.
And it's like, obviously Gus has been watching him for a decent amount of time, I would assume, before the assassination attempt. But it's also like, how much of this was like an interview for Gus? I mean,
no, you're right.
Just because we know Mike does work for Gus.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm like stretching very far.
No, you're right. Yeah. And I feel like that is Gus's personality, is how can I use this? Like, look at this talented person. And it's not about, oh, we need to get rid of him. It's like, how can this be my talented person?
Yeah. Yeah. Can he find this tracker?
Yeah.
What will he do with this information?
Yeah.
Because it culminated in Mike essentially still getting tricked a little bit to follow that car, which was the reveal of the one guy that gets killed by by Gus.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Gus kills like his own employee.
Yeah.
But hey, we're back in time, so he's alive again. He followed him out to like the middle of nowhere with a cell phone on the ground. So was it like we don't hear anything?
Yeah.
So is it like Mike answers and it's Gus is like, you're hired.
You want a job?
Yeah, you want a job? You're hired. You passed the test.
Absolutely crazy. The whole reveal of Gus makes me so excited. It's crazy that we're already on season 3, but then it's like, okay, that makes sense that we're seeing Gus, and I don't know who else we're still gonna see in the show, but just absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, because I mean, Gus's empire is pretty established, but I feel like they still have a lot of momentum before our Breaking Bad characters enter the picture. So it's like, I'm so excited that we are at season 3. That means hopefully there's, well, obviously Gus is still alive. So there's 3 seasons of Gus, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I hope we get a lot of Gus and Mike interactions.
Yeah, which I think we will.
Right.
I feel like Gus is going to be a big part of the show. So I can't wait to see kind of how that comes into play and like kind of the starting of that relationship.
Yeah, and like their first actual conversation is going to be so awesome.
Yeah.
All right, going through the episodes a little bit more that we need to touch on. Kim might be a little frazzled or scared now. What do you think? What's the best term?
Not scared.
Not scared. Paranoid, maybe.
Maybe paranoid, yeah.
I would assume paranoid is maybe the best way to describe.
Yeah.
With the Mesa Verde and like the slight tiny mistake. We saw her changing between punctuation or whatever. I'm English hard. So we have Kim panicking.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't last because I want Kim to be confident.
Yeah, I want her to be confident. I want her to succeed. Mesa Verde was meant to be hers. So I don't.
Yeah, like she just needs to trust herself that she's got
But
this.
I think she just needs a win. I think she needs a good win, and I think she'll be okay.
Yeah, I just hope she gets one.
She will. It's Kim.
So to continue on those lines, we also had the secretary, the Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, right? Am I right?
Yeah, the OAC got to go into the Cracker Barrel. I think she said something to Mike about like Cracker Barrel. So she was a great character. I hope we have her like sporadically throughout.
I think that we will. Yeah, I think anytime we're at the office, we're at least gonna see her.
Yeah.
She was great with the older clientele.
Yep.
She was able to cover. She was able to answer those phone calls as soon as that commercial, which freaking Jimmy just wanting to hire the first person he saw because that commercial was going to go up. So he got lucky that she does seem great.
Yeah, she seems great. So I'm excited for that continuation.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much covers everything. We touched base on I think everything.
Yeah. I'm still very curious with Jimmy in the Pollo.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Yeah, like where did the backpack go?
Yes. Yeah.
We weren't able to figure that out.
I think it was the sweeping. I think he probably like kicked something out of his backpack as he sweeps it up or something. I assume it's sweeping, or is that a specific place to sit where there's a basement or something? And
or someone just like pulls a floor tile out or something.
Yeah, they just pop a floor tile, grab it out of the backpack, and slide the floor tile back on. So no one knows.
Risky though. So I don't know. I hope that we get to find out. It's like a magician.
Yeah, right.
Revealing his tricks. That's the only other thing I think that we need to touch on. A little bit messy on this outro just because it's been, a little bit since we watched the 2 episodes, but
typically we record right away. We just didn't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
And so this one was different because of the time, and then also because
then we got delayed.
We got delayed, and then also we were able to like kind of revisit the previous episodes in greater detail.
With you editing.
Yeah, that sparked a little bit more conversation or confused conversation. But an amazing 2 starts. So excited to see the big developments with Mike and Gus, and then Jimmy versus Chuck. It's going to be insane. I love that there are so many characters that are so exciting. We've talked about this before, so I'm not going to keep going into it, but it's a show where if it was just any character that we've seen before and they had all of the screen time for that episode, it would still be fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best parts of this universe is the characters.
Yeah.
So the fact that we even get excited seeing like Crazy 8 for a second, or we get, we had a little bit of Tuco, and it makes you so excited because you do know their characters already. So bringing all these characters back for us into Better Call Saul is just so exciting.
Yeah. So we can't wait to get into the next couple of episodes. And pretty soon here, we're going to be hitting the halfway point for the show, which doesn't feel real.
No, it feels like we just started the show.
Yeah. A couple of weeks, we'll be more than halfway done.
Yeah. I hate it.
Yeah, right. We were so depressed after Sopranos. Now we're going to be so sad after this.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.